Alright, so taking a look at this new video lighting that I got from FOSITAN, I don't know how you say it. Anyways, it's a flexible fabric light for shooting videos or photography, I suppose. It comes pretty well packaged. Of course, this box was inside an Amazon box. So it has a little fabric carrying case here, a little padded shoulder strap that's adjustable. It's got a little clip closure. Of course, it has some instructions with it. And I have opened this before, so this isn't how it originally came out. It's got a little divider here, remote, and a power supply, of course. It's got a few little pieces. I'll set the bag to the side. So this is what it looked like fully together. I know I can't quite get it all in the camera frame here. Oops. This side has a little handle or connector that goes on a tripod or a stand, and of course it just screws in. So you could screw in other types of mounts. I'm pretty new to video lighting and everything like that, so I don't know a whole lot about what kind of stand it fits or anything like that. I just needed the light, and I'm going to improvise a way to hang it. I'm setting up a new table to do my videos, and I'm basically going to just hang it from above the table that I'm going to do videos on, so a stand isn't relevant to me. You can see this is the fabric cover that's over the top of the frame, and it just comes off with Velcro. So the entire frame, the front and back of the frame, is covered with the male, the hard rigid part of hook and loop Velcro, and the little fabric cover has the soft fuzzy part of Velcro on it, as well as the light itself. So I'm just going to roll this up. Just set that aside. So you can see this is what it looks like on the frame. I'll go ahead and turn it on so you can kind of see. I'm going to turn the brightness down. So again, this is the cool LEDs. That's kind of in the middle, so they're all on. And if I go all the other way, just the warm LEDs are on. I'll turn my other lights off again. So maybe you can see the difference looking directly at it. So you see that's the cool ones, and you can definitely see how it gets more yellow. Anyways, so of course I'm using this remote. You see you got the 4 on-offs down here on the bottom. So you can use them to work more than one light. The company, you can have more than one of these, and I also believe that other products from the company will work with the same remote. And I wouldn't guarantee this, but I would hazard that it probably works other similar kind of lights too, even from other companies. I've found that a lot of times things like that work on similar frequencies. So anyways, but then it's also got the master on-off up here that would control all 4 items. And then in the center here, the black ring is actually 4 buttons up and down, which is the intensity. And then left and right, which changes the color that I've been demonstrating. And so you see it comes with the rigid frame, but it just Velcros to it. And the frame just snaps together. Just has these little push apart, push the button in, pull the piece apart kind of things. there's a total of 6 straight pieces and 4 of these corner pieces. I don't bother taking the corner pieces all the way off. However, the little middle sections for the top and bottom I do take off. That's for the bottom to hold the stand. And then this would be the bottom, and that's how that little middle section goes in right there. That's just the top, I mean. So you just snap it in place like that. And then that's where the stand, the mount would screw in, handle, whatever you want to call it. So it's pretty simple to put together. It packs away fairly well. Not a whole lot to it. What I do is I just kind of stack them 6 high like this. And then it came with this little sleeve here. And I basically just sit them in here and wrap them up as tight as I can. And that's usually pretty much sufficient to keep them in place. And then I'll sit that and my 2 other pieces in my carrying bag. And so then this is just the light itself. And you can see it's flexible. And it has little metal wires in all the edge under the Velcro. So you can kind of fold it to make it hold a shape. You can kind of make it this way, kind of convex to aim down to light the edges of something if you wanted to. You can actually bend it this way too if you wanted to, or you could bend it backwards. You see, it's not fragile. You do have to use a little bit of effort, but it's also you know, you don't have to use a lot of force. So you can actually bend it into a full circle like this and use it kind of like a drum light and light up your entire room if you wanted to. Or just kind of use it like this and light a larger swath in front of you. And you can see the corners are reinforced with metal except for the one where the power adapter connects, and it just plugs in. So there's not a lot to that. And then basically you just roll it up. You don't want to try to roll it up too tight. I'll take the little fabric piece and put it in the middle. But you can roll it up a fairly good bit. And then that's all there is to it. You see the power cord's got a very good bit of length. It also has a master on-off right here. So you can just kill the whole power to it when it's not in use. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you a few different items to compare some light here. So it's just aluminum metal ruler, cork on the back, little piece of canvas webbing that's rainbow colored, little gray and black screwdriver, and a pair of gray and yellow scissors, and just the power brick and the remote here, just as some things to reference in the different kind of lighting. This currently is only my kitchen light, which is right there, right over there in relation to the camera. And they're fairly warm bulbs. I can't tell you exactly what temperature they are, but they're fairly warm, which means kind of a yellowish color. This is the kitchen light and the camera light that I normally use for videos, and I'm going to turn the kitchen light off. And you can see this is what just my camera light looks like. And that's at full brightness, and I will turn it down. And that's the lowest brightness for it. I normally use it somewhere in the middle, around there. So that's what that looks like. So you can see how the colors look, how the metal looks with the different kind of lighting. And then I'm going to use our LED light panel. So I'm holding this just flat right above the camera, about even with where my light on my camera is. And now that's with the camera light off. This is in the middle setting where it's the warm LEDs and the cool LEDs. And I'll go ahead and turn the intensity all the way up. So you can see it is very bright, but it also doesn't have quite the same kind of glare. It's easy, you can see I can make it glare, moving it around some, but it's very easy to kind of maneuver it so the glare isn't as bad. So you can see what it looks like. This is, like I said, in the middle of the warm, cool temperatures. So I'm going to start adjusting it. This is all the way to the cool, to the warm. So this is the more yellow tint, which in my opinion kind of mutes colors. You can see, to me, the colors aren't as vibrant on the rainbow webbing here, and just in general colors don't show up as much, but it does provide a certain kind of look depending on what you're using it for. There are times when this light color would be better for certain things. So then if I go the other direction with it, take it all the way to the cool side, you can see that's a much more blue tint. And I've got the white balance set to auto on my camera, so kind of take that into account. But you can see, in my opinion, the colors are a lot more vibrant when you go to a cool color like this. And to me it also seems a lot brighter, which is actually a little bit more eye strain. So like if you were videoing a person, it would be a lot harder for them to look at this light than it would be for the warmer light, in my opinion. So I'm going to turn back on my camera light and my overhead light. I'll go ahead and turn this off. Set my little display items over to the side here. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I think it's really going to give me better quality to my videos. I'm not going to have to rely on this ring light that's right here at the lens as much, which kind of comes at an angle. And because it's directly aligned with the lens, a lot of times when I'm trying to show something to the camera, I get a bad glare. Like if I was trying to let you read something like that. But if the light was up above it, instead of directly in front of it, that would be better. Plus, I really like the fact that it's got the two colors. So I can fade on a large gradient to get just the color I need to do whatever video, to make whatever I'm doing look as good as it can. Overall, I'm super pleased with it. You know, it's not cheap, but I think that you definitely get what you pay for. I think it's a very reasonable price. I'm an amateur. I really don't have experience with this kind of stuff. But I've really been doing my homework. I've been shooting a lot of videos lately, and I've been looking at them for a few months and different soft boxes and various setups like that, and I felt like that this gave me the most bang for my buck. It's a good size. It can produce a whole lot of light, good color gradient. It's flexible, so I can use it for a few different options. When it's not on the frame, it's super light, so it'll be really easy for me to hang above the table that I'm going to be using. So overall, I'm really happy with it. I can highly recommend it. I think it's probably a good addition to anybody who's already into photography or does videos or does, YouTube videos, that kind of thing. Or even somebody that's brand new to it that doesn't have any kind of video or photography lighting. I think this would be a pretty good, relatively inexpensive addition to your setup to really improve the quality of your videos. I've found that good lighting really makes a difference in the production quality of your videos. So I can highly recommend it.